What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Total Specialist. This is day 2 of week 5, which, as a reminder, is a deload week. Starting off, we had squats. Now, I screwed up and accidentally did more work than I was supposed to, because this top set of 5 was supposed to be a top set of 3. Yes, I actually did 5 reps, and when I finished the set, I was surprised at how, sort of difficult it was. It wasn't that challenging, of course, but I was still surprised, and then I looked at my log, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why. It's supposed to be a fucking triple. I was like, damn, this feels heavier than it did when I did this in the first week of this entire program. It's like, no shit, because I did 2 extra reps. Then we did 290, 280 for the back off sets of 5. And I think, if anything, this just shows that I probably should be pushing this a little bit harder, but, it's okay. We were gonna get up here anyways moving forward, so accidentally doing more work. That's kind of my thing. I accidentally do more than I'm supposed to. Coaster bench, 205 pounds, 215 pounds, 225 pounds, sorry. For my 3 sets of 8, all ascending. Yeah, I didn't intend for every single weight on this program to be pretty much the exact same as it was in week 1. That's just kind of how it ended up being. But keep in mind, when I came into this program for the first sort of block, I kind of mentally had already known that this was going to be a little bit of a block of undershooting. And that's because I was coming off of an injury, and I was going through a period in which I had not really, peaked at all for my strength, in general. So we got RDLs next, 255 for my top set of 6, and then I did back down sets of 6 with 225. Although I think one set I accidentally did 5 reps because I was losing grip, which is interesting. I gotta maybe pay attention to that a little bit closer. But back to what I was saying. Basically, I knew the first block was going to be kind of a deload-ish block or kind of an undershoot block because, again, I'm coming off an injury and because I was coming back from a period of training, a very long period in which I had never actually peaked my strength. I never got to display anything. I just kept starting blocks and then getting hurt or having something be derailed. So I never got to finish anything, which, this is hopefully not going to be the case moving forward. But I want to make sure that, the first block coming back out of that period was something that I could definitely get through. Now, I didn't think I was going to do the things that I did. I didn't think I was going to hit 400 on squat or deadlift this block. I definitely didn't think I was going to hit an all-time PR on Larson press for a single. But, things just sort of worked out that way. So, in general, I'm just going to push myself a little bit harder moving forward, I think. But that's to be expected. I got through it. The leg press was taken. So I was doing this leg press machine. Leg press might be a lift that I swap out. And the reason is not because of anything crazy, but more so because I just don't feel like I get a good enough range of motion on it. And yes, I had wanted to do it because I hadn't touched leg press in a very, very long time. So it was kind of like the novelty of it for me. But I do want to slot hack squats in somewhere, and it's just a matter of deciding if I'm swapping leg press for hack squats or safety squat bar squats for hack squats. Not too sure what I'm going to do in that regard. I think it depends on what happens moving forward, and hey, it may end up being the case that I don't swap it at all. So I'm still thinking about all that stuff. Lying hamstring curls, 135 pounds for 2 sets of 12. Easy stuff, I'd rather do something like Nordics. I think I mentioned this before, but I can't do Nordics because there's not really a good place for them, and I think I'm just too heavy for Nordics. I could probably do GHRs, but I can't do more than maybe 5 reps. So doing 12s on GHRs is just, it's not in the cards for me. So lying hamstring curls it is, and I think hamstrings are one of my sort of more underdeveloped muscle groups, so I'm going to try to really hammer these, no pun intended. And finished off with some seated calf raises. I stripped the machine down to 135 pounds for these sets of 15. And I'm probably just going to slowly work back up because, like I mentioned in a previous video, somebody has messed with this machine and the levers are just off and in a place where I'm not really sure what to do moving forward. So that's the end of this video. Deload week is pretty boring, nothing really exciting happening. So it's more just something to get through, let the fatigue wash off ya. So 2 more days, then we're back to real training.